Hi guys, welcome to another video. It's Ndagire here. So this is a video that I really want to share with you guys because I found it really disturbing, right? So we have rich people literally coming on platforms and telling not so much of rich people or poor people literally that they should not live life, they should not enjoy life, they should just stay home or stay in bed literally and just have babies or make babies. But I mean, as an African, when I look into it, it's just ridiculous and funny at a point. Why? Because these people, as palmed people, are the same people that come on here and talk about how Africa's population is going to be like too much, or it's too much, like there's too much of population when it comes to African people. But the fact that now we are in a time of today where there's less of white people and they are doing whatever is necessary for them to grow their population. Now they want to come on here and tell us how there's less of population. Do you get the propaganda in that situation? This is a white woman who is not poor, okay, but has the audacity to tell people to stop living their lives and just make the population grow, make babies. Guys, listen to what she had to say and what people had to say about this because I found it really crazy.
Elon Musk's mother went on Fox News and said even if you can't afford to go out to dinner or afford to go to the movies, you should have children anyway, and brought up saving humanity and talked about low birth rates.
Recently getting a lot of attention because there was a comedian online who said, listen, I get it. People don't want to have, they're talking about the birth rate, which your son talks a lot about it declining and the problems for humanity with that. And you said to his response about it being too expensive to have kids, you said, that's not the way to think about this. Explain.
Well, you know, when I had my children, we were in a two-bedroom small apartment overlooking a garage. And then the next year, I have the second child, we had an apartment with a view. And then by the third child, we could get a two-bedroom house. And you just, you know, as you move on, you start doing better and better. But people, you know, you don't have to go to the movies. You don't have to go out for dinner. You can just spend time with the most wonderful gifts you can ever have as the children.
When we have the wealth hoarding class going on national television trying to convince you to have children, that is for their best interest. They are not in the best interest of the individual saying, children is the greatest gift you could ever give yourself. They don't care about the gift you can give yourself. You are gifting them laborers of the future. My perspective with children, for women specifically, is be prepared to raise children alone because we know men oftentimes are going to fall short, but also know that you have a community around you, autonomous, mature adults that are able to feed into this said child's life because they deserve that. We know that life is networking. We know that under capitalism, resources are what push you ahead in life. And if you don't have those resources to give your child, they are going to be set back objectively. So I do not think my perspective in that is extreme. Again, when we have the wealth hoarders encouraging and telling you to just have children for their benefit.
So let me get this straight. The mother of a multi-billionaire, Elon Musk's mother, Elon Musk is worth $500 billion. She went on to Fox News to deliver a message to poor people. I want to make sure that we are all on the same page. When the host says that the birth rate decline is a whole problem for humanity, what she's talking about is there are less workers for these millionaires and billionaires to run their corporations. And so Elon Musk's mother, wants you to understand how it was for her coming up. You know, she had the one baby and they had a small apartment over a garage. She had another baby and they had a 2-bedroom apartment with a view. And then when the third baby came along, they were able to afford a 2-bedroom house. So what she's telling you is, when she says, don't go out to dinner, you don't have to go to the movies, no, just stay home with your children, is, yeah, don't enjoy life, make your children your life, and have babies so that we can keep this economy running for the millionaires and billionaires for her son. Don't worry about these corporations and these millionaires and billionaires not wanting to pay you a livable wage. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about if you get pregnant and have complications and need an abortion to save your life and you won't be able to get it. Don't worry about that. Just have more children, and possibly you could one day be like me and have a son who's an egomaniac, who is a narcissist, who is a racist, who lacks empathy and compassion, who every day works over the everyday working man. And I'll get to reap the benefits of it. You'll get to reap the benefits of it. She's sitting on that couch talking as if she has raised joy and sunshine.
We had so much money, we couldn't even close our safe. Elon Musk's dad tells BI about the family's insanely casual attitude towards wealth. There is nothing more than I hate than a billionaire trying to sit here and pretend like they were at one time poor as a way to sort of garner sympathy from the peasant masses of the United States. To try to paint some picture of pull yourself up by the bootstraps type of bullshit. When you never once belonged in the category of poverty. The way that I know that is because she's basing her poverty level on the view from the property that she lived on at the time. No person experiencing real poverty is worried about the view from their apartment building. They're actually, in fact, more worried about how they're going to feed their kid. You talk about spending time with your precious gifts, but guess what? My mom spent most of my childhood working her ass off to feed me, because my mom is a damn good mother. She feels awful that the only thing that I got to eat as a kid was fucking McDonald's Happy Meals while she ate popcorn for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I'm sure that did wonders for both of our health. So, eat shit.
Elon Musk's mom doing a fucking interview and telling people to have kids, and while you might be in a one-bedroom apartment overlooking a garage now, by the second one you might be in an apartment with a view. What the literal fuck? That woman is so fucking out of touch with the state of the fucking economy. We're child-free by choice, and a huge reason for that is because I saw the financial strain and the overall just stress and strain that comes with having kids before you're financially ready. While there are great stories of people who have obviously overcome and built amazing lives for themselves, and I don't think there is anything wrong with having kids, it's abso-fucking-lutely a financial decision. And how about instead of just saying, just have kids and don't go out to dinner, don't go out to the movie, how about fucking provide affordable childcare? Provide livable wages. Provide healthcare that actually covers the fucking cost of the fucking birth. If Republicans and conservatives are so fucking concerned about the declining birth rate and the effects it's going to have on humanity, there's things that could be done to actually make a difference. I have friends who would gladly have more children than the one or two they have, but they're not because of the cost of having children. And mainly the fucking lack of affordable childcare solutions. And really childcare solutions in general, because finding childcare is a nightmare. And don't even fucking give me the somebody can be a stay-at-home parent, because in this economy, most of us can't fucking live off of one salary. I'm honestly just so disgusted at this point with the wealth inequality and the constant ignoring of things that could truly help solve the issues, because they don't actually want to solve the issues. They want to keep us all poor and dependent on jobs so that we're little worker bees for them. And they can keep getting wealthier and wealthier.
This is a thing that really gets to me, guys. In a world where I look into African history, people of color's history, and you see that we are the ones that have always been attacked majority of the times. And I mean, if you look into the colonization of Africa, into the times of slavery, even today with the wars that are still going on in the continent, I would say particularly Africa, we are blessed that we never, we are always enough and more, right? And you look at these people that, show that they are better, they are good, that they are everything positive. and then they're in a time where they can't even have population, like they have to force it, they have to push and put all these laws and regulations for them to still exist. Like, it shows you how karma can be really a B word, and it's kind of okay to see, because you cannot compare a group of people that has always been attacking another group and then that group is thriving, right? Guys, Africa has like plenty of land, we have plenty of resources, we have plenty of everything. Even when it comes to population, I've shared a lot of videos of Africa's population estimated to be like huge and large and really there in the year of 2030 and more. So this is really freaking out these palmed people as a group of people that don't want to see like black people in power, okay? And I mean, population is what runs the world. So when Africa has like majority of the population, that means we dominate, and they do not want that to happen. And I've shared videos of people like Bill Gates coming in and bringing in family planning methods, or bringing in seeds and foods that are not really organic or okay for us to take in. So when they come out, like when these palmed people or these rich people, when they come out and talk about how the population is small, it's not for anyone's benefit, it's always in their benefit. Especially when it is the palmed people, they are scared that they are losing power and dominance in terms of population. Like they cannot be able to control like black people or people of color if we are always in big numbers than them. They need to do whatever is necessary, and that's why I shared videos of Donald Trump chasing away like people, or trying to chase away and push away immigrants from like America. I shared also the same thing in the UK, how they do not want to see like black people or people of color in their countries. It's like because they want to kind of push themselves and their people and actually bribe even their people for them to make babies, because they know the power that comes with numbers. I also came across a video of this woman that is always calling out, her people, and she was talking about why Trump is very, very serious also about like the population situation as well.
The reason our fearless leader, the reason he is closing Planned Parenthood, what's the word I want? Planned Parenthood offices, is because too many white women are abortions, and he thinks that's what Planned Parenthood gives us. That isn't what Planned Parenthood is for. It's to help women with the many, many problems that they have. But he thinks all they're for is abortion and white people. When in 1987, when the book The Birth Dearth was written, and that's the word, that plus the writings of Adolf Hitler are what this man is basing his governmental policies on. In 1987, 60% of the fetuses that were aborted every year were white. Then we started closing Planned Parenthood clinics. In 2018, only 39% of the aborted fetuses were white. Are we succeeding in increasing the number of white births? Yes, we are. It's a cute trick, and it's what he wants to do. Increase the number of white babies being born in this country. The whole thing is so ludicrous and based on a lie. We should have gotten over it a long time ago. But it's hard to get over if, when you go to church and pray about it, and you hear the preacher standing in front of a white male on the cross. Now, the Bible says that Jesus had kinky woolly hair, animal-like hair, and feet of bronze. And now we know that he was an Ethiopian Jew. Well, if you're from Ethiopia, the chances are pretty good that you ain't pink. It is ignorance, and people like Donosaurus T-Rump, or whatever you want to call him, keep encouraging and inciting fear in people so that they will fear people of color. He wants to build a wall on the southern border of the United States so he can keep those brown-skinned people out, because he has said several times, we've got to keep out here because brown-skinned people reproduce too freely. Too many brown-skinned people is going to really kill the number of the people who have power in this country. This is all about racism. Make no mistake about that. If we can keep you afraid of, for instance, that ignorant white female with her dog called the cops to come and stop the black man in the park who was a bird watcher who asked her to leash her dog. And she called the police and told them I think he's going to attack me. He's attacking me. Please send someone out. They sent a patrol car out to put a stop to a black man who was asking a pale-faced woman to leash her dog. Now the signs on the park said, "Leash your dog," but she's a female. She doesn't have to obey the rules. We're looking at the difference between liberty and justice for all. We're looking at the land of the free, where she was, and the home of the brave, where the black man was.
That is what she had to say, and I mean, I cannot add on more because this is a person that is always also calling out her own. And I mean, we all understand, you know, this situation about population is not about like people of color, it's not about black people, it's about white people. They are in fear that they are kind of getting extinct, as people say. Okay, I don't believe that they are getting extinct, but I mean, they are losing numbers, and it's not something they want to see, you know. So guys, let me know what you think about this. Like, is it really a problem of the world that we are not enough, apparently? That is it for me, guys. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate your time. I will see you guys in another video. Bye.